They laid me off at 60. 60 after 25 years on the job. 25 years, guys. I gave them everything for 25 years. And what did they give me? They gave me a pink slip.
What's up, guys? I'm Rylan. I've been working in corporate America for a little over 3 years. You may recognize my video from before where I joked around about wanting to crash my car into a tree. Today I was informed that 80 to 90% of our sales team has been laid off, including myself. It's not just newer hires, it's people that have been with the company for over 10 years, people that are 200% to quota, hitting all their goals, just informed that they no longer have a job. So with that being said, make sure you take your PTO, go to the birthday party, go to the wedding, take a vacation with your family, because at the end of the day, you are just another number to these corporations. They will drop you for any reason at any time. So yeah, make sure you take care of yourself. Don't give all your time to your job.
Yesterday, my company had the largest layoffs that they've done in a really long time, and it was actually one of the scariest things I've had to witness in a work setting. I never thought that I would see so many people laid off from their job at once. All morning, I just kept seeing people from my team just gone. And I got phone calls from friends saying that they were gone too. I'm thankful that I still have my job, but still a lot of things for me in this position, I find a lot of fulfillment in it because of the people that I've met and because I know that my career path can be kind of paved by the mentorship around me, and seeing that mentorship gone is really demotivating. And I feel like right now I should be motivated to work and motivated to do better, because I know that my job is always on the line actually. But in reality, I'm actually really demotivated, and I actually really feel for the people that lost their job. And I kind of just realized, you're just a number to these large corporate companies. No matter how good of a person you are, they don't know you. They literally don't know you. They don't know what you do on a daily basis. It's all about numbers.
When they laid off my manager around 3 weeks ago, they're doing mass layoffs across the whole institution, so that's really unfortunate. It's crazy that they're doing this during the holiday season and not earlier. No one's hiring during Christmas. This job market's crazy right now. It's so hard to find jobs. No one's posting. But yeah, I took the weekend to process it, and today is officially day one of unemployment. I'm here on a Monday morning just having my breakfast, and I guess the benefit is I didn't get the Sunday scaries, and I'm just gonna start doom scrolling Indeed.
And I think that this is the reality for a lot of Americans right now, and it needs to be shared because America is not doing well right now. We have a 94% prediction rate that the recession's gonna come, but yet our frickin' administration hasn't even made the move to actually say that a recession's coming. And let's actually call it what it is, a depression. People can't afford groceries, they can't afford rent, they can't afford buying houses, they can't afford having babies, they can't afford having the kids in general if they already have them. We are not in a good spot, y'all. I know that I'm just a number in a company, but I thought I was okay. You're going to think that you're okay because you've worked there for so long, or you have the right experience. You guys, I have an undergraduate in marketing, a master's in business, 6 years of paid social media experience, both on a strategist and manager level. I have done people management for at least 3 years. I'm a senior level in my career. And yet, when I was hired to do a senior level role, I was forced into entry level positions. I was doing entry-level work as a senior-level strategist, all while at the same time being asked to reduce my workload with AI, and our team was having layoffs every 3 months. I should have seen it coming. I really should have. But the thing is that it was not something that I saw coming, because the day before that they laid me off, I was literally talking coverage plans with another employee who was going on leave for months. How am I supposed to sit there and not think that I'm safe in that moment? I just think it's absolutely ridiculous that we live in a world like this where my manager wasn't even the one that fired me, by the way, or laid me off. It was frickin' HR, and they read off a script. But my whole team got laid off. And this is the reality for a lot of Americans right now. My partner is a first responder, so I'm very lucky for the fact that I can be leaning on him for support right now, because luckily his job is secure, thanks to the fact that number one, his job is essential, and number two, he has a union behind him. What I will never understand is why corporate agencies have not unionized. We're not allowed, right? We're not allowed. That's part of it. We'll get fired because at least in this corporate world, they're always going to side on the side of business because that's what's making the government money. This world right now is not supporting people. It is supporting business.
Okay, I think that's a good point right there. The world, the economy, and the government, everything works to support businesses. Now, let me ask you something. Do you remember what socialism is? Well, socialism seeks to support the people. And yes, we've seen that socialism doesn't work. But how can we claim capitalism is working if all power belongs to corporations? Isn't that the exact opposite? Or the other side of the same bad coin as socialism? Yes, my grandmother says it is.
Today, I was laid off at Amazon. I am one of the 14,000 employees impacted. I was a senior social media manager in Amazon ads, and earlier this month, I actually celebrated my 1-year anniversary, or Immiversary as they like to call it. And it was the closest I've ever come to a dream role. I was working social media marketing and tech, something I would have dreamed about and wished for in college. I was flown out to work my first Cannes Lion in the south of France, of all places. I interviewed celebrities on the red carpet, some that I had fangirled over since I was a little kid. But most importantly, I worked at a globally recognizable company that I knew made my immigrant parents proud. And even my grandma knew what Amazon was because of the packages we'd get on our doorstep. And fast forward to today, it also actually is exactly 1 week from my birthday. I guess my present from Amazon just came a little bit early. But that's all to say, I am feeling all the feels. I feel really grateful for sure that I got to live out a corporate dream for a year. But I guess that's the thing about dreams. They shift and transform, and I believe that my next dream is out there waiting for me. I don't know what it looks like or what it'll be, but stay tuned because we'll figure it out together.
I'm one of the over 300,000 Black women who've been let go from the workforce. I am now a statistic. And it hurts. It hurts to know that after all the degrees, I have two, the experience, the dedication, the good work, none of it made me safe. I've been spending my life savings just to survive, paying bills late, stretching groceries, trying to maintain the life I had before this, but it's draining, it's humiliating, and most of all, it's lonely. People always talk about how the workforce treats you like you're replaceable, but to truly experience it, that's a whole different level of pain. To give so much of yourself, your time and energy, just to be tossed away like you're nothing, it eats at you. It eats at you until you start to question if you ever really mattered in the first place. In my mental health, it's been rough. Not having stability, not knowing what's next. It messes with your head. I wake up anxious. I go to bed overthinking. Some days I can't even focus, and other days I feel numb. It feels like I'm watching my life slowly fall apart in slow motion. You already know, this is not the economy you want to be jobless in. Prices are sky high, rent keeps climbing, grocery costs are double what they used to, and the jobs that are out there, half of them pay less than what it costs just to survive. It's like the system is designed to break you right. And for Black women, it's even worse. We're being laid off at higher rates than anyone else after being told for years that we had to work twice as hard just to be seen. It's like no matter what we build, we're always the first on the chopping block, and somehow we're still expected to smile, pray, and stay strong. But I'm tired, I'm fucking angry, and I'm done pretending that I'm okay. So yeah, I'm one of them. One of the over 300,000 Black women that have been laid off. Tired, angry, trying to survive in a world that keeps moving like nothing happened. And this is what it is.
Got laid off a week before my birthday. Literally that morning, I woke up at 7:30, had my coffee, had my morning ritual. I opened my email and I saw a meeting at 8. On the email, the title of the meeting, it was business meeting. So I was just thinking, oh, it's just a business meeting. 8 a.m. I went into the meeting and I was like so excited because in the morning for me, it was like good morning. And then I saw my boss and the HR person in the meeting. Everybody has like the solemn look. And I was like, what's going on here? And then my boss was like saying that, hey,
Like, this meeting is about, like letting you go.
So naturally, I was shocked. I was like, what's going on? But I remained calm and professional, and I asked him the reason why. He said that it's nothing about my performance, it's because of the finance. Honestly, at the company, I know that there were like people and even myself were like already speculating that there would be massive layoff because the company didn't do well financially. I just didn't expect it to come this quickly. So yeah, within 10 minutes, they lined me off. They shut down my laptop and I just basically disappeared. Like, I just became a corporate ghost. The economy is not doing very well right now, and sometimes when I go on TikTok and I see people getting laid off, and like, it's kind of like a distant thing. It's like, not gonna happen to me. It really happened to me.
So I just got laid off from Amazon. I was one of the 14,000 people who got an email at like 4 in the morning saying that your role has been eliminated. So honestly, what am I feeling right now? I'm kind of numb. I'm kind of in shock of just how it was handled because I literally had no idea. Like, literally imagine just waking up one day, it's a regular Tuesday, you check your phone, see what time it is, and you see you got an email that your role is being eliminated.
I really don't think a lot of people in corporate America really understand what's going to happen over the next 12 to 18 months, particularly at really large corporate companies. They're calling it the Great Restructuring, and essentially what they're doing is looking at each position, each role within the company, and looking at what the processes are and seeing where the repetitive work is. And they're figuring out whether or not they can augment or even replace positions with technology, with AI. And so if you're doing a job that has a lot of repetitive tasks, or maybe you're working on a lot of cross-functional teams and you're working on projects that are taking years and years, companies are actively looking at how they can replace you. They're looking about how they can get the same amount of work or more work done with less people. You see, the most expensive part of any company is the people, and that's why we see these mass layoffs. And so over the next 12 to 18 months, we are going to continue to see large layoffs. So if you're working at a really big company or you know someone who is, you need to pay attention to this. You need to figure out whether or not you're doing a lot of repetitive work, and if you are, you need to know that you are at high risk of getting laid off. It's absolutely crazy.
I got laid off from corporate, and it was the biggest wake-up call that we always have to look out for ourselves. You can spend 6 years of your life at a company, you can climb the corporate ladder, you can get promoted, you can have teams report into you, but the reality is like we are still operating in somebody else's system. That system is meant to make you feel comfortable and protected and like you're working towards something bigger and better than yourself, but the reality is that growth is capped in corporate. I spent 5.5 years at Amazon just to get an email saying, unfortunately, your role has been terminated. And honestly, that was just the biggest wake-up call as to why we always need to be looking out for ourselves. Your job can literally disappear overnight. But the reality is if you treat your 9-to-5 as an investor in yourself, so you're building your skills, you're building your network, and you're investing within yourself, then those things cannot be taken away from you, and you could never waste your time doing that. Honestly, I didn't learn that until my second time around into corporate, but it's allowed me to get laid off and not be super pissed or be put into survival mode, you know? I truly went back into corporate to build skills aligned to the future goals that I have for myself. I got a really unique role, and early on, I was able to actually improve my social media skills, improve my ability of like speaking to the camera and working in a live studio, which helped me be a better creator and also align with like the long-term goals that I have for myself. I also really used it to build my network. One of the questions that one of my mentors asked me is, are you building a network with people that are aligned to the end goal that you have for yourself? That question blew my mind, and my answer was no. Like, what am I actually doing here? I need to be taking my career and therefore my life like way more seriously than I was. A week later, I decided to completely change industries and the type of people that I was networking with, and it changed how I decided to move professionally and within my career. And finally, I also used my role to invest in myself financially. The new position that I had actually allowed me to build a savings so that I could buy a house, which I'm really excited about. And with the additional income, I actually got really smart with how I was spending the money. I no longer was trying to like eat out all the time or buy a whole bunch of clothes. I actually started using it to invest in tools and technology that I needed in order for me to achieve my end goal. For example, I was able to set up an at-home podcast studio for my podcast, which was really awesome. Obviously, this layoff is really painful and really confusing and is so shocking. Because I realized that I would never be able to get rich in corporate, I really just use my 9-to-5 to invest in my freedom at the end of the day and the plans that will get me rich. I've learned so much through getting laid off, and I feel like it's actually been a really empowering experience. If you are being laid off, like, definitely take some time to be still with yourself and reflect and know that this is not a reflection of yourself.
Okay, I know this is a serious video, but see, I can't help but to ask some questions here. First of all, what's this smoke all about? I'm sorry if you think I'm ignorant, but I just don't know. What's this smoke? Can anyone tell me in the comment? Second, what's this hand? Okay, maybe that's a woman thing. But again, why do women blows their body with their hands? I don't get it. I mean, does your fingers actually blows your body? I tried it, but it, okay, maybe my hands are too small. Anyway, wish you don't lose your job. Thanks for watching.